Please take a moment to listen to what I have to say. I think I have an answer for some of the problems we're having in the United States. First of all, I've been watching the Occupy Wall Street protesters, and although I'm proud of them for standing up for what they believe, I don't think they're going to do any good. Bottom line is, they're complaining about corporations being greedy and making money. That's what corporations do. They make money and they tend to be greedy because they answer to stockholders. We're not going to be able to change that by setting up tents in any park in the United States. What we can do is control the game. And right now the game isn't played fair. The people that allow those corporations to get away with everything are the congressmen that we vote in. We own those idiots, yet we let them get away with it. A perfect example of what's going on is, I'm guessing that most of you out there pay taxes of some kind. Of the 30 major corporations in the United States, they profited over $163 billion, but paid a negative of $10 billion in taxes. Now, how could that possibly be? How could it be that they could make so much money and pay negative taxes? It's real simple. They also forked over about $475 million in lobbying fees, and that helped buy our Congress off, so they would get the laws changed in their favor. I have come up with 5 simple rules that would help us in this problem. If we implement these 5 rules tomorrow, we can stop those idiots from ripping off our country and lining their pockets. And I'm talking about the congressmen. The first rule I would implement is, no congressman should be allowed to trade or own stocks while in office. Any stocks they own prior to going into office should be frozen and they shouldn't be able to touch them until they get out. They should never be allowed to vote on any law that would affect any stock in their portfolio. This would stop any insider trading that occurs. Just saw a piece on 60 Minutes a while back and found out that Boehner, Pelosi, and I'm sure all the rest of those idiots are benefiting from that. When they asked Boehner about it, he was, what? I don't know. I have all my stocks taken care of by an outside source. I don't know what they buy. But it was just kind of dumb luck, I guess, that his stock portfolio jumped right after a law he changed, and the person that buys his stocks bought into that stock before any of you had a chance to do that. That's ridiculous. That should be outlawed. We should get them to stop that nonsense right now. Second rule, all lobbyists should be thrown off the damn hill. We shouldn't have lobbyists up in Congress lobbying for big corporations. There's no one lobbying for you. No one gives a damn about you. It's all the big money that's up there, trying to get the rules changed in their favor, trying to get laws passed so they don't pay taxes, getting laws passed so they get bonuses for moving jobs out of the country. That's ridiculous. A perfect example of how lobbyists are used by big corporations to manipulate our government into doing things that aren't good for America would be the methamphetamine problem in this country. We spend over $25 billion a year fighting that problem, and over $700 million a year just on medical alone. This problem could be eradicated if the Congress just was not controlled by big companies. All they need to do is do what Mexico did, and that is outlaw the importation of the chemicals needed to make ephedrine. We don't need ephedrine to be sold over the counter. At one time this was brought to Congress, however the lobbyists came along and took care of that. They made it clear. It's much more important for those big corporations to make money than it is to take meth off the streets. Now, anyone that wants to debate me on this topic, let's do it. It's clear information. It's out there for anybody. Boehner, you don't know anything about this? Then why the hell don't you? You should be doing your job. Why can the officials in Mexico be smart enough to do it, but we can't do it? It's ridiculous. If you truly cared about America and not lining your pockets with money, you'd be able to change this law. We need to kick those assholes out of the government. They should have no place there. That's the end of that. All it does is breed corruption. And once again, any one of you congressmen out there that want to debate as to why it's more important for one of these pharmaceutical companies to make billions of dollars on a stupid over-the-counter drug than it is to stop methamphetamine in this country, give me a call. My email address will be at the end of this video. So go ahead, let's make a date. Rule number 3. Congress should have to show up to do their job. Right now, it's not uncommon for congressmen to miss 20, 30, 40% of their votes because they're out there raising money for their next campaign. I submit that if they miss more than 10% of their votes, they're docked 10% of their pay. That would solve that problem right there, except, of course, they don't give a damn about their pay because they're being paid under the table by all the lobbyists. They're all criminals. So let's at least make them show up for their job. As well as showing up for their job, they should have to read what they sign and know what's in it. It's unconscionable that they would sign into law something that they haven't even read or can even answer enough questions about to score a C on a test. I mentioned this to my mother. She was a school teacher for over 40 years, and she thinks implementing testing on the laws that these idiots sign is a great idea, and so do I. They should have to score more than 70% on a law that they sign in. And if they're a writer of that law, they should have to score 90% or better. Now that's not too much to ask when we're only asking them to do their damn job. Rule number 4. All of Congress, as well as the President, should be randomly drug tested for all drugs including prescription drugs and alcohol. Why is it that we care more about drug testing someone who works at a 7-Eleven or a Starbucks or a McDonald's or who drives a truck down the street than we do about the people who make the laws in this country? Those assholes can send us to war. They can change our tax base. They can open programs or close programs. They control us, yet we don't give a damn if they're on drugs. That's ridiculous. If I have to be drug tested as your average American to go down and get a job at Starbucks, their ass should damn sure be drug tested. Why is that such a big deal? I don't understand why anybody could argue against that. Now keep in mind, I don't give a damn whether you're Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, Green Party, it doesn't matter. Bottom line is, those fools should not be bought and sold by anyone else and be able to be on drugs while they do it. Finally, the 5th rule. No congressman should be able to work in Washington or for any corporation or company that has had any lobbying or political lobbying in Washington for up to 5 years after they get out. It's real simple how it works right now. I tell some congressman, hey, if you do what I want you to do, I'll give you a job as an advisor, and then I'll give you a great salary when you get out. Perfect example of this is our little buddy Newt Gingrich. Got a job working for Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae or whoever the hell it was. They give him over $1 million just to do lobbying for them. We were busy bailing those idiots out because they couldn't do their job and lied specifically to Congress. Several of their CEOs are up for indictment right now as we speak. We could ask Congress, hey guys, why don't you implement these laws? It's best for America. They're not going to do anything. They don't care. They know the game is rigged. They like the game. They're getting free everything. They love their job. There's nobody in the United States, except those idiots, that get a pay raise every year, whether their performance sucks or not. Insider trading is illegal for anyone else but them. Why? They make the laws. So what are the odds that they actually are going to change these laws themselves? 0. So this is the answer you've been waiting for. Occupy Congress. Throw those assholes out of office. We have the power. We have the votes. All we have to do is kick them all out. Now remember, I'm not talking about whether you're Democrat, Republican, or anything else. It doesn't matter. Just kick out every incumbent in office. It can't possibly get worse. What we do is we tell them, we will vote for you if you agree to these 5 simple rules. We put them in office. If they don't do it, we get them out. Any congressman that's willing to sign these 5 rules right now and start implementing them and put them on the floor as a law, we'll let them stay. I don't think there's going to be too many, because why would they want to do that? Why would they want it to be fair? That's not how they make money. Haven't you ever wondered why somebody will run for a job that only pays them $150,000 a year and spend millions and millions of dollars doing it? It's because they know the game is rigged, and they may go in only making $150,000 a year, but they're going to leave a multimillionaire. That's ridiculous. They all need to go. We own this country. We can take it back. We can occupy Congress. We don't have to go sit in a tent like those poor people down at the parks. We don't have to go occupy anything but our computers. Next time this vote comes up this year, vote every incumbent out of office. And if you feel you need to replace them with a similar one, replace a Republican with a Republican, Democrat with a Democrat, Libertarian with a Libertarian. It doesn't matter. But whoever's in there's got to go. I put this challenge to you, America. If you give a damn about our country and you really think you want to do something about it, then do something about it. That's the answer. Don't sit there and whine about it and don't do anything. I'm not telling you to go get in a tent and freeze your butt off in a park. All I'm asking you to do is vote those idiots out of office. I will debate any one of those idiots in Congress about this. Any one of them. Boehner, come talk to me. You're a big, tough guy. Let's talk. Debate me. Tell me why these 5 rules shouldn't be implemented. Pelosi, do the same thing. You both suck. You need to be out of office. You're all thieves. You're lining your pockets with American dollars. It's not fair. It needs to stop now. I'm sick of it. That's the answer, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this thing. Let's take our country back. I promise you, if we sweep this party out right now, if we sweep Congress clean, those next idiots that get in there will be a little bit more reluctant to not do what we want. And if any of those idiots don't do it, we take care of them too. Eventually, we will get a Congress who actually cares about America, who wants to do something that's right for America, not just wear a damn flag pin or stand in front of an American flag and say, that's what makes me patriotic. Don't fall for the bullshit. Don't do it. They're going to try and spin this. They're going to try and tell you why it's a good thing that they should be able to insider trade. Why it's a good thing that they should be able to get pay raises when they don't do anything. Why it's a good thing that they shouldn't have to do their job, not show up for work. Why it's a good thing they can sign a law into office that they have no idea what they just signed. They're all morons. Let's get them out of office. I am sick of it. Occupy Congress today, America. Take it back. Take it back now! This message was written and approved by Charles Snell. Thank you.